She grabbed the railing of the plane and struggled to climb onto the exterior. After skillfully popping off the bottle cap with her teeth, she poured the liquor into the fuel tank thousands of meters above the ground. But the violent turbulence instantly knocked the bottle right out of her hands. With no other choice, she had to make her way back and have her boyfriend hand her another bottle. This time, learning from her previous attempt, she waited for the wind to die down before moving. Then she quickly bit off the cap again and poured the entire bottle into the tank. Only after emptying 5 full bottles into the fuel tank did she finally feel confident enough to head back inside the cabin. Her boyfriend showered her with praise, and he also had some good news. While she was refueling, he thought he'd spotted a small island. He suggested they land there first, but she immediately shot down the idea, pointing out that they still didn't have enough fuel to reach their destination. They then switched places. She put on the headset and carefully turned the plane toward the island. But after flying for what felt like forever, she still couldn't find the island her boyfriend had mentioned. With fuel running dangerously low, he started wondering if he'd just been seeing things, but they were out of options now. They'd already been flying for 10 minutes, and turning back was no longer possible. The ocean may have looked calm, but it was full of danger. Then the engine cut out. The island was still too far away, and how they were going to land remained a serious problem. As altitude dropped, she fought desperately to control the plane, but they were descending too fast and couldn't slow down. After a violent impact, they both blacked out, and the entire plane plunged into the sea. In that critical moment, she suddenly came to and frantically called out to her boyfriend, but he didn't respond. Panicking, she unbuckled her seatbelt. She wanted to drag him up with her, but her lungs couldn't handle it. She had no choice but to surface first and figure something out. She burst through the water, gasped for air, then immediately dove back down. She strapped a life vest onto him while he was still unconscious, then brought him up to the surface and dragged him to shore. The moment her boyfriend breathed fresh air, he woke up. Just as they were catching their breath, a wave crashed over them and snapped them back to reality. When she looked up, she realized they were only on a sandbar, and the tide was coming in. It wouldn't be long before it was completely submerged. Exhausted and barely hanging on, all she could do was hold on to her boyfriend. At the last possible moment, a fishing boat spotted them. It turned out the crew had noticed the luggage from their plane floating in the water. She summoned every last bit of strength to pull her boyfriend toward the boat. They were finally saved.